the Karma just got a really nice
ward.
I don't know. Hang on a minute. Is that ward gonna see?
I don't think it will have done.
That's not gonna see the raptors. Is it?
No, but we'll spot him.
Oh yeah, it'll spot when he's doing it. Okay, yeah, it sees one.
Unless he goes straight from red buff to bot lane, which I highly doubt.
Which he won't do, yeah.
But hey, it's Angry Joe. Who knows what he's gonna do?
Angry Joe skipping the raptors.
So he won't have been spotted on that ward, I don't imagine.
Nope. So they are thinking that
he's likely.
No, but they'll see that the raptors are there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
but
they think that he's taking blue into
blue.
the rest of topside.
Yeah.
So maybe we see Bed try to invade the red. Well, I don't.
No, not with Kiana versus Volibear. Actually, yeah, no, he wouldn't invade anyway because the Rumble has priority and the Garen versus Shen is a thought.
It would be suicide to invade a Volibear's Kiana.
Yep.
We see Fanxy shoving the Kassadin in as expected. I mean, mid lane looking, even though it's only been 2 waves, this is looking exactly how I think all 3 of us expected it to go. The Rumble should have immense pressure in that lane.
Whatever he chooses to.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that is just a complete lane of control. And I think that's Joe taking a bit of a leaf out of the Force Insomnia book from yesterday and just.
See, this is what I mean with the HP pool of Kiana. It's like Bed isn't playing this bad at all. It's just the champion.
Rift taking a very
Shadow Dash to get away there. I don't know if he knows Joe's there or not.
Either way, I think it's.
Oh, this could be a dive.
I think it's incredibly risky for them to look for a dive here. I think just getting some deep vision in the AstroSmurfs jungle.
Yeah, Kiana's got that whole side though, so there's not much point. Like, that's actually a big waste of time for Joe, and it guarantees a free scuttle, which against Volibear, Kiana isn't always guaranteed.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Blossom 5 slow pushing the bot lane. The threat of the Caitlyn Morgana.
Yeah, but they're on full vision here.
Kiana. I mean, Kiana can't really gank Morgana. The Morgana can prevent the
Kiana also
freeze from ever going off.
There.
Yeah.
As we see Joe just walking through mid lane.
The Volibear 1 camp ahead of the Kiana at this point.
You have to imagine that Joe knows that Kiana has already done the scuttle and is going
They
for
absolutely
blue.
know where the Kiana is.
Maybe they're looking to try and steal this blue buff.
I think they're looking to try and kill her.
Kill her, yeah.
As we see the ward go down and Kiana hopping away.
And the blue buff is just
that is really
no smite on
Electro Hop.
He's dead.
Yeah.
No, I think he just walks out.
Oh my god, 12 HP.
And I don't think the electrocute went off.
No, it was only 2 electro harpoons and ignite.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Especially
since Banksy did that, like, cool guys don't look at explosions. Yeah. But I mean, to be fair, they still get a lot of stuff done with the Volibear now. Getting.
I mean, yeah, that was still a good trade. Leaving 1 wolf as you should.
Yeah.
It is flash for flash on
Ignite for flash.
So you could potentially look at mid lane now when your Kassadin hits level 6 as Kiana as a lane to potentially play around.
Absolutely.
And playing around someone like Vince is never a bad thing.
Not the shy. I don't think this is gonna make anything. We're just not using the W on the Shen there. Yeah.
As we see Bed going back to clearing his camp.
This is crashing a wave in preparation for a reset on the Shen here. Yep. Same on Kassadin. We're just gonna see backs across the board.
Garen is ahead by a shit ton of CS. He has like 3 waves stacked as well.
I mean, we did see the Garen exerting quite a lot of pressure on the Shen, pushing the wave quite close to the turret, and now it's... I think it must have, for that big of a wave to have come back to the Garen, obviously I didn't see, but I think it probably hit the turret and bounced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Shen probably just lost CS under the turret.
And the majority of this 800 gold lead probably comes from that. Like we don't see massive CS differences.
That's the Inspire down.
Binding connects onto
Karma, and this
Rolling Thunder.
It's not first blood.
With the TP there from Vince.
TP in from
enough.
the Kassadin. Not sure what that was going to accomplish.
Yeah. Also, I'm very confused that on the one hand you saw Volibear flash into it and Velvet backing off.
Yeah, no, there was no trap put down there. I'm quite disappointed.
No, she backed
That should have been an easy kill.
Like
potentially saw the TP and panicked, or the lack of vision on the Kiana as well. Maybe scared.
Yeah, it feels like they're on 2 different like pages here.
This should be a really free Drake for Blossom 5.
Yep. Yeah,
like, Kiana's nowhere near. Well. They've got no vision.
I mean, Cloud Dragon's always a nice one to pick up. It means you can use that Rumble ult more frequently. Use your Caitlyn ult for a bit more poke. You always have the threat of diving more often with the the Stormbreaker. I think is Volibear ultimate now.
Yeah. So next is Infernal, so after that we know it's either going to be an Ocean or a Mountain Soul.
Shen ult now, of course Garen can really easily stop that if he's in range too with his Decisive Strike. I am slightly concerned that, honestly, despite it being a rumble into a melee that's quite weak early, CS difference mid really isn't showing, and I think the Kassadin is just going to start outscaling the rumble at this point.
Yeah. I think that does speak volumes to Vince's ability.
I was hoping that the rumble would just get ahead, but it doesn't look like that happened.
Should, yeah.
This is why I wanted to see Predator out of Fancy here, so he could just push, and in moments like this, like when he's cheating towards topside now, pop the Predator, and you get there so much quicker.
Perfectly timed Spirit Refuge from Rift there to block the Decisive Strike of this. Maybe a dive.
Imagine he had Predator.
Kaladesh is available,
earlier,
and he just nips out.
And the Equalizer is saved.
You need to bait out the taunt before the gang shows, although this is...
Dark Binding whiffs.
Stand United comes in, but no Kiana already. This might just doom them both.
Yep.
And that's
not like this.
Don't like that.
But why does the Morgana take it?
I think that was the W.
Yeah. I don't think he intentionally did it, but that's unfortunate.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do when that happens.
Both those kills on the Rumble, it's so good.
Yeah.
But it's still his first blood on the Rumble.
You got Caitlyn in the bot lane, so it's very difficult to actually have kill pressure over her with any lane.
And yeah, I think that's just going to catapult Fanxy very, very far ahead. Obviously, the CS is now almost exactly even, which shouldn't be happening in this lane. We see another Dark Binding go wide.
See, the Morgana
is knitting a lot lot already.
Morgana's gone for double cloth armor
and now we see
instead of what she
Why did they use the Herald here?
Moby Boots.
Why?
Threatens the dive, and if he sticks around.
They've got 3 people there.
And a massive wave.
You first get 2 plates and then you get the entire turret.
You have a huge wave. The Shen can't walk up. Oh, actually, the Shen probably could walk up. This is not. I think the Shen could actually quite easily go into the E on that.
Yeah. But they get
gonna miss a shit ton of CS.
He's got flash as well. Dark Binding connects, but no follow-up from the Caitlyn. It's kind of too low too. This could be a dive.
Kiana is 6 as well.
Black Shield really counters the water element and the ultimate from Kiana. Sitting right on a ward though, no control wards bought.
Maybe when this wave crashes into the turret, now we see the dive. Okay,
no Black Shields whatsoever, that's way late.
That was a really nice one.
And no aggro on the
We do see Wally go down, and it looks like Bed is going to also go down to the Garen here. Nope.
Yeah, the minions have got him.
Okay, yeah. So we see that as a 2 for 2. Very unfortunately.
That was just... I don't think... maybe Kala didn't realise that Kiana can R-Flash.
Yeah.
Because that's the easiest way to take a Morgana by surprise, but the Black Shield just didn't happen there.
Yeah.
We see both kills there for ASTROSMURFS going on to Dabis.
That's huge.
Which is really, really nice. 1 kill from the dive there going into Callow, the other one going on to Feb.
I'd like to point out in the Morgana's build, he's gone Seeker's Arm Guard, which you'd think is a good item. It's nice to have the armor, but Seeker's Arm Guard, you get stats from farming, and
which you won't be able to do.
So you always, when you're playing, that was. I don't know what the Karma was really doing coming in there.
Yeah, she's busy, roaming.
And kill given over to Fancy. That was just. It's very strange why they were there in the first place.
I like the idea of roaming and trying to make plays and trying to get your Kassadin ahead, but you don't do it like that.
I think if you're playing Karma, Karma with no boots whatsoever into a Morgana that has movie boots, you don't roam. You just push in the wave and try to get turret plating.
Yeah. Yeah. And as we see the gold lead now having balloons to about 3k in the favor of Blossom 5.
I don't.
Not quite.
Never mind.
The Flame Spitter will pick up Vince here.
I think the Kiana might have EQ'd a minion there.
Yeah.
I do, because the River Q didn't go on to the Rumble, and it's impossible to miss that if you E him.
Yeah, that's why
it auto targets.
Yeah, that's why I said he was dead.
No, did Rumble flash?
Keep watching top lane. I think that might be a kill because the decisive strike went through after the Spirit Rush just ran out.
Yeah,
there's a flash from Feb, and Judge doesn't quite secure the kill. There's upgraded boots on Rift playing dividends here, but the Kiana might be in trouble here. Just doesn't have the damage to kill.
This is.
Oh my god.
Knowing how low the Shen was, they probably should have let that Shadow Magic go through, try and get a second kill.
You let it channel through, you're like, thanks for the double kill.
Oh, and it's Mountain Soul here. That's going to be really nice for Blossom 5. That's going to make everyone just...
Yeah, that's going to make Caitlyn very fun to deal with.
Slaps this Kassadin.
Jesus Christ. That was...
Yeah, no sweeping on either support. No boots on the car. Wait, has she got magical footwear? No, it's too late for magical footwear. Where are her boots?
Yeah.
Oh, Dark Binding Connect. I think that might be a kill. That's a Stormbringer.
Yeah, this should just be a kill.
There it is.
Okay, so...
I do like the Karma's building Mikhails. I think that's absolutely correct in this matchup.
Yeah, but I would like to see boots on the Karma before the Mikhails is completed.
Yeah, at least
2-1.
Yeah.
Especially since you're playing into Mobies.
At least give me those fucking brown leather candles.
Okay, the paper bags have now been bought by Karma. She got some paper bags on her feet.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Volibear just has absolute control of the jungle at the moment.
Yeah, Kiana doesn't have
almost as if
the whole jungle is Volibear's at this point.
It's almost as if Kiana wasn't a good pick here.
Yes.
Funny that.
I was thinking if I was gonna be passive aggressive petty and like, yeah, no, I'll fucking say it. It's almost as if that champion sucks currently, especially versus that team.
We mentioned it or anything.
I think she's fine in some circumstances, but this is not one of those. Like, you already have Jhin who's bad into tanks. Why would you pick Kiana?
100%.
No, you wanna pigeonhole yourself even more, you know, because you wanna win. You're basically Dabis is basically trying to do the G2 thing, where you want to fuck up Fnatic in the wrong way you should. Basically, giving yourself the mental edge, because like if you win this game, how are they gonna come back? They're like, wait, they dropped it like that.
It's all about the mental edge. So I kind of get what Adam's saying. I kind of get what Adam's saying, because it's like if you see this draft and you're Blossom 5, you're just like, holy shit, they're inting. How do you lose? And then,
if you still lose,
still lose,
how do you come back from that?
Yeah, you don't. Like if Blossom 5 and as we see the Soul Shackles come here catching both. That's a really beautiful. We see the onto Wally. Stuns onto Dabis from the Volibear, and that's
Karma's not having a good time. 2 kills on the Jhin, but 0 for Karma.
And this is giving me flashbacks to Game 2 yesterday. Honestly, the dominance that we're seeing, whilst the draft might not be as early game focused here out of Blossom 5, this is just flashbacks to Game 2 from yesterday.
Yeah. Also, Leandry's and second tier boots finished for the Rumble. Like that motherfucker will hurt.
Yes, he's going to be cooking people for his dinner.
Okay, for Rod of Ages tier, so double scaling on the Kassadin. That's going to take a long time to come online.
He does have the Rod of Ages pre-50. He does have the Rod of Ages completed around about 15 minutes though. So 25 minutes into game, he will have that fully stacked.
He's got no stacks in it, and unless the thing doesn't.
Kiana whiffed. That was
he whiffed the Kiana.
They still get the kill because they have the kill.
People. Do they?
Yeah.
They should.
Okay.
They get it because of the Kassadin, and I mean Kassadin getting the shutdown is big, but
that was not. I mean, it probably wasn't even worth using the Kiana ult there. Like, you want to save that. That's your game turnaround.
Yeah. We see Volibear coming around behind there. It looks like they're going to potentially try and
without a care going on this Kassadin. He's completely safe. Tower will fall.
Yeah,
And it's a little bit too far forward. The equalizer goes down.
Flashing back in a straight line.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, but now we have Jin with no flash for the third Drake coming up. Like
we see the gold. We see the gold now.
Equalizer does not have a long cooldown either.
7,000 gold in the favor of Blossom 5 right now.
yeah, this should be such a done game.
This game is probably done.
You have to think. If you're ASTROSMURFs here, sorry, let me completely restart that sentence because I don't know how to speak apparently. If you're ASTROSMURFs here, how do you get yourselves back into this game?
You don't.
Let's put ourselves in the minds of ASTROSMURFs here for a minute. And how do we get back into this game?
You stall for the Kassadin. That's the only win condition you have.
You steal Third's Drake. You get a team fight where you get a shutdown on Rumble and Caitlyn.
Oh, Stanley might be coming over Kassadin here, but it might be a little bit too late. Never mind. They're coming in to secure the kill with your
Shadow Dash
Dash
combined with the Riftwalk burst onto Feb there just about gives Vince enough to survive. And that's quite big. It's kills like that. That is how ASTROSMURFs get themselves back into this game.
How are both teams not prioritizing Drake here? They legitimately both don't give a fuck.
I mean, Blossom 5 are so far ahead they don't really need to.
Because ASTROSMURFs shouldn't be prioritizing Drake here. Blossom 5...
Yeah, Blossom 5 should,
Blossom 5 should be, but ASTROSMURFs don't need to get.
Davis
is just caught out. I think this is probably a free kill here.
Yeah, Caitlyn ult doesn't get blocked.
Yep.
Do we
Might
see
have gone a bit too far forward. Then again, this
equalizer there doesn't result in any kills.
Yeah.
Garen
just walks
Yeah,
away.
but this is now free turret as well as Drake,
oh, that's
right?
second Herald. They would most likely look for the inhibitor here.
This is, I'll be honest, this is such a fucking shitstorm.
I wouldn't say it's such a stomp.
Oh, come on.
It's not quite game 2 from yesterday.
Okay, I'll give you that, but still,
it's not as stompy as some games we've seen.
Yeah.
But
that's just saying that other games
more
were
of a
even
stomping
more
than I was
ridiculous.
expecting.
Yeah, basically.
But with this draft, are we really surprised?
I'm kind of surprised that even the bot lane is so far. Like I was expecting the Jhin Karma to win lane, but the Karma's just not.
This is what I mean. Like, I don't see ASTROSMURFs as having any real winning lanes other than mid. Even if you put them on winning matchups, the only person you ever see who seems to win lane on this team is Vince. And when you only ever have one pressure point, yeah, okay, your pressure point might be in the mid lane.
Yeah, but it's easy for the enemy team to then play around that, right? If you expect that.
Yeah.
Because like if I go into draft knowing that I'm looking at one pressure point from the enemy team, I know who to focus in bans, I know who to focus and what picks to play in that lane.
Plus you've got the enemy star player also in the mid lane, so you can't even necessarily win lane into that.
Yep.
And quite honestly, I don't know what you do here if you're ASTROSMURFs.
You'll have to try and stall out, but Rumble's so good at forcing and engage.
Yeah, you
have to attempt to stall it. But you have so much dive coming from Volibear, you can just turn turrets off. You have Equalizer to deal with. And quite honestly, I think you just start preparing for game 2.
Yep.
I think you have to just sit back, think, okay.
Yeah, I mean, sure, right? We're in a lower elo, so everything is possible. But realistically,
I mean,
this game is. Oh, what? Wait, never mind. Sorry.
Binding to get to safety there.
Sorry, I was gonna say like, wait, binding missed, but I'm like, wait, never mind. He fucking flashed.
Realistically, being 7,000 gold ahead at 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's your game to lose.
Should be a death sentence, right? Yeah. For
and we got next dragon with Soul, which forces
team fight.
ASTROSMURFs to try and have a response. That could just be the game-winning fight.
Yeah, but there is also, I mean, it's a fight in the river. It's a fight. It's going to be next to a lot of terrain. It is a chance for Qiyana to absolutely decimate the backline of Blossom 5. If
Phoenix, are you secretly from NA and trying to force us narratives in a game that is completely fucking over? Do you secretly work for the LCS?
I'm just clutching at absolute straws. I don't think for a second that ASTROSMURFs are actually going to come back into this game. I just think.
Yeah, you're giving the devil's advocate argument.
Yeah,
if they do, how? Yeah.
We have to put ourselves in the mind of ASTROSMURFs and think, if you are ASTROSMURFs, what are you looking for to get yourself back into this game? And outside of a miracle Qiyana ultimate into
by the enemy team.
Why is she there?
Yeah, I'd have no idea. Yeah, like other than like a Miracle Kiana ultimate or Kassadin just picking people off one by one, or
Do you
Jin.
not build jungle item on Kiana?
Nah, you want to go straight into lethality. Warrior's too slow.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that build is correct.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not flaming it. I have no idea.
As much as can we point out the lack of a certain something on ASTROSMURFS team in their entire inventories?
Would
Where are
that be
they?
control wards by any chance?
Yes, I would be referring to control.
Although, as you mentioned that, we only see one control ward in the inventory of everyone on Blossom 5, and I mean, fair enough. I see I see 3 Blossom 5 control wards down on the map, so I can forgive them a little bit.
I mean, I'm looking at a certain number at Shen's vision score.
And I'm looking at a certain
Makes me
number.
a little bit sad.
I'm looking at a certain number next to the vision score.
Oh, man.
That number being the amount of wards he has. Oh, this is.
Wait,
you see
what?
the fanatic death bush.
Wait, Caitlyn! Caitlyn just.
Oh, but the Karma's just in a bad position again.
Yeah.
Equalizer go down. This should be an easily secure call. Mikhail's on the south. Buys a bit more time.
Yeah, but
Now it's the Kiana in trouble. And the
that should be bad.
Kiana Miracle was really the only way they could stop Baron, I think, and the Kassadin is just farming bot lane with TP up, but I don't think he can do anything.
Also, they will likely just take the Baron reset and then take the Dragon Soul.
Yeah, the
Morgana
problem
is
here
the
is
only one
also
low
that,
here,
like,
and they've got
Kiana isn't in a position to steal it. Like,
with all 5 members of Blossom 5 tanking the Baron here, they are going to start to.
Curtain Call comes out, but I think it's in vain.
Baron is
and Rift doesn't go in. Vince gets blown up.
they're just too far ahead.
I really wanted to give that like a proper team fight, and we see the surrender coming out from ASTROSMURFS.
Oh, well, that's it.
Blimey,
Yeah,
that's
done with
really?
game 1.
That's game 1.
I dislike that, but sure.
I really
That's
dislike that.
unfortunate.
Especially considering you're not at your Nexus dead than FFing. Like,
Well,
the
and
problem here is that, like, you're in a very, very low elo, considering well, I'm comparing this to pro play, right? Like, that's why I'm saying very, very low. There's always an opportunity that someone is completely fucking a team fight.
Seems a little
I mean,
iffy to FF there. I think that's a little bit BM, but oh well.
I don't really know who we can give player of the game to there. I don't think that was necessarily anyone on.
Wasn't a standout player.
No, I don't think there was a particularly standout player or anyone on Blossom 5 that played
Do we have to
incredibly
pick
well.
one?
Yeah, we do.
In that case, can I probably say Feb?
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I think the Garen. I think that's probably
That's it. Garrett mid.
probably either Feb or Callow. I think the Rumble.
I can't
good.
give it to Callow.
No, okay.
There were way too many dark bindings that were missed for me. I think that they could have accelerated that game a lot quicker. I mean, I think honorable mention has to go to Joe.
Yeah.
I think he did do a lot of work that game.
He was doing alright.
I think honestly the Rumble kind of just played off the teammates. I don't honestly think he did like a huge amount just solo. I think it was just the damage numbers that we see is just kind of the kind of Rumble.
But I agree with Feb.
Buttons go burr.
Yeah, I think Feb is definitely a good choice.
Yep, fair play of the game then.
Yeah. But now I'm changing my predictions into 2-0.
I mean,